Hey, aloha, and welcome. The Spirit of Sports. Uncle Richie here, live from the middle of the Pacific Ocean as I do almost every single day. Had a busy day yesterday, only got about a minute in, and sometimes kid obligation takes precedence, but that's okay. I am back. This is the last day of September, September 30th, Saturday. Kicking off week 4 tomorrow. We did have the Thursday night game where the Lions looked really good. Beavers looked really good, pretty good yesterday. My golf game, I think I just need to take a break. Oh, it's so in my head. In case you didn't know, golf is really hard. And when your brain makes it harder, it's that much harder. So, yes, it's Saturday. We're going to talk some NFL, go through all the games tomorrow, Monday night's game as well. Just going to look at some key matchups, injury reports, and just my thoughts on each game. Going to go through game by game. Going to talk some survivor strategy for those of you that are still in your pools. Both my pools started with 250, and they're both down around 100 in 3 weeks. 150 guys out in 3 weeks. I'm still going strong. We'll see. It's pretty nuts out there, people. Who did I go? Oh, yes, I'm going. In one, I'm going Jacksonville. We'll talk about that later. Got my game stat sheet. What else? Beavers looked decent. Almost had the shutout. I think we got pretty lucky that they're down to their third string quarterback and just injury ravaged Utah Utes team. Kind of feel bad for them. Cliff and Lou, Trevor. Sorry, guys. But we'll take the win. 4-1. Would I have taken it? I'd prefer 5-0. Didn't like the start we got out on Wazoo last week. But exciting times. I will be at Research Stadium next Saturday. We'll do some live via the phone, which I haven't done yet. I've been all in studio. But I do have that option. So when I'm on the road for October 5th through the 18th, almost 2 weeks. So I'll be doing most of my shows remote on the phone. Going to pick up a new iPhone, try to get the best quality video and audio that I can. It's exciting times, though. Maybe run into some people to interview. Try to keep the same schedule, though. You know how it goes. Monday is the NFL recap, my backseat quarterback. Tuesdays, that's what he said when I grade myself and the pundits. Fantasy football, gambling. Backseat quarterback on Mondays is when I just tell you how me and you and my grandma could do better than some of these guys, and it's irritating. Tuesday, that's what he said, under the hood. If there's any egregious, feels like Vegas in the house in the NFL. Got our panic room. There's 7 teams are in the panic room. 3 of them have been in all year. Fantasy studs and duds on Tuesdays as well, and the waiver wire. Wednesday, that'll be my last day in town. Trying to get someone, talk story with Uncle Richie. I'm out here, people. Can be on the phone. Can be live in the studio. Either way, it's all good. I'm just over a month into this, I guess. I think about August 11th is when I started doing shows consistently. This is September 30th. Up to 77 subscribers and not really pushing it, just practicing my craft, being consistent, putting together good content. grassroots marketing, slow burn, snowball effect, all of that, everything that I preach, that's my game plan, that's my business plan, and I'm right on track. That no doubt this will be, if it's not 1 year, it's 2 years, however long it takes. There's a never-ending supply of sports and sports fans and marketing. So it's exciting times. This is the ground floor. Those of you that helped me out, I will not forget. Saturday, September 30th, the last day of September. Got a real good game going that I just paused. I'm going to go watch the fourth quarter after the show, so please don't give it up. Apparently, it's the longest running rivalry in the Deep South. Georgia at Auburn, tied at 17, going into the fourth quarter. So it's exciting. I got that to look forward to when I'm done here. What I don't look forward to, even though it's a great job and I do love it, is 2:30 work. Wah, wah, wah. And I do love it, and it's a great job. And after 26 years of bartending, I'm now waiting tables at the nicest place around. But I'd rather do this, and you guys will help me. I have no doubt when I ask for 51 cents a month from, I don't know, half 1,000,000 of you, something like that. It's very doable. Let's get on to this week's show, The Spirit of Sports, brought to you by Not Pods. My YouTube channel is at Not Pods, notpods.com. Coming soon. Uncle Richie, live, just past high noon, every single day. If it's not going to be high noon, I will Facebook and Instagram let you guys know. All you guys, tens and hundreds and millions of you that are out there listening right now. Thank you so much. And that's okay. Let's get right to it. Our very first week of London action, Europe. I kind of dig more and more it goes. It used to be not that big a deal. The Europeans, especially, London too. But Germany is way into it. They sell out those games in minutes when they're announced. So we have Atlanta Falcons at Jacksonville. Both teams coming off tough losses. I think Atlanta's been a little overhyped, even by myself in the preseason. And I don't think Jacksonville, they're kind of having issues right now. I don't think they're as bad as they seem. Should be a Jacksonville win handily. I actually took them in one of my survivor pools. Josh Ali, Falcons wide receiver, out. Cordero Patterson, questionable. For the Jags, Zay Jones, out. Jamal Agnew, questionable. Way I see it, Jacksonville has the edge at head coach. Big edge at quarterback. I give running back, Atlanta, small edge. Receiving core, just about equal. Atlanta, 5th ranked offensive line versus Jags, 24th ranked. Could be a close game, but I think Jacksonville handles them pretty easily. 3-point favorites. We don't need to go into all that because I did that on Thursday. Did I mention I was 13-3 versus the spread last week? So maybe listen on Thursdays. We could all make some money. Next up, Tampa Bay Bucks at New Orleans. Any couple of Buccaneers big defenders are questionable. Nothing really. Derek Carr out. Oh, it is. Derek Carr. Oh, no, Derek Carr questionable. Still don't know if it's going to be Winston or Carr. That's probably be close to a game time decision. It was almost looking like we could have trusted Jameis Winston those first 5 games a couple years ago with Sean Payton. Then he got hurt. And now he has a defensive coach. I don't know. Head coaching. Question mark on both sides. I don't give either of them an advantage. Tampa Bay at New Orleans Sunday. Quarterback. Not sure about that either. Baker's still a conundrum. Running back room, Alvin Kamara back. I'm going to give it to New Orleans. I like the Tampa Bay receivers a little better. And 16th ranked offensive line for Tampa, 26 for New Orleans. Should be a close game once again. Division, rivalry, play each other twice a year. Both 2-1. Good game. Moving on. Who do we got? For high potency and for just two great teams, game of the week. Because we have another game of the week, and everybody's talking about it, and it's just weird that two 0-3 teams, but Denver at Chicago. Game of the week. They're both 0-3. It's like two car crashes. Two car crashes came together and crashed and made like a 4-car pileup on different highways. I don't know what it is. Let's get to the Dolphins at the Bills, though. Let's see. Anybody? Jordan Poyer out. Who? Devastating blow for the Bills secondary. Leader. Great tackler. Decent coverage guy. Great tackler. Just kind of feels like the heart and soul of that defense. When you're going up against the Dolphins and you lose your heart of your defense, that is tough. Looks like everybody, that's anybody, good to go for the Dolphins. What do we got? Head coach, I give it to Miami, definitely. Offensive guy. Borderline genius the way he's going. Defensive coach is just McDermott, not sure. Quarterback, I push him. Right now, the way Tua is playing, Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback, but the way Tua is playing right now. Running back by committee, and that committee, how phenomenal. A-Chain and 31. Buffalo's been running the ball pretty good, though. At least they finally have a running game. But I'm going to go with the Miami running back room. Receiving core going Miami. Waddle's back after concussion protocol missed last week. Miami with the 9th ranked offensive line. Buffalo with the 21st ranked offensive line. So I think a lot of things are pointing to Miami. I like Miami. A lot of the sharps are looking at Buffalo, but should be a great game no matter what. Division contest. Great game. Moving on, Washington at Philadelphia. Head coach, quarterback, running back, receivers, offense, best offensive line. I give everything, all advantages to Philadelphia. Washington ended their unbeaten record last year on Monday Night Football. Somewhat revenge game. Philly's starting to feel their oats. I really believe should be, I think it's a blowout. I think I put it in my 4-pack, my best bets. Quez Watkins out. So that doesn't hurt too bad. Commanders got pretty much everybody. I don't really see him hanging in there. I see blowout potential at the link. Moving on. This is Saturday, week 4 eve. Every Sunday is Christmas, especially over here in Hawaii. This is Saturday, last day of September. I'm sure the leaves are starting to change over there on the mainland. We're sunny every day, so we don't care. But October's upon us tomorrow, week 4, the 1/3 point of the season, pretty much. They fly by, bro. Football season's way too fast. Summer is way too slow. Football season is way too fast. Let's see. Beckham out. Justice Hill, questionable. Deshaun Watson, questionable. I say go with Dorian Thompson. look pretty good. Give them the masseuses a break. Baltimore head coach, I give it to Harbaugh. Quarterback, I give the advantage to Lamar. Running back room, Ford looking pretty good. I'm going to give it a push, especially with, once again, Dobbins with his health issues. Just that's heartbreak. Receiving core, give it a push. Neither great. OBJ out. Aguilar. Elijah Moore. They might have an edge. Cleveland. Second best offensive line in Cleveland and the 7th ranked offensive line in Baltimore. I really like Cleveland's D. I think Baltimore still working out the kinks in that offense. I think come November, December, Baltimore could make a push at the Super Bowl right now. Probably like Cleveland there. Stinker / game of the week. And it's such a weird combo. 2 0-3 teams that everybody's talking about. Broncos at the Chargers. Let's check out the Justin Simmons out for Denver. Or no, questionable. Nothing. Injury shouldn't play too big of a role. Head coach, a couple games ago, I would say for sure, Denver has the advantage at head coach. Eberflus is turning into a disaster. Don't hire defensive coaches. If you had one, he's there for 15 years, fine. Don't do it. How can you look at your fan base? So we're going with this guy he was a linebackers coach forever. And then defensive coordinator, we're going to hire him for our head coach. Can't do it these days, people. But Sean Payton, I think the football gods are effing with him. Talk smack and you will get smacked. Quarterback. Is Fields is he not it? Russell looking pretty good. Running back room. I think this is a get right game for Javonte Williams. Receiving core. Both pretty sad. Chicago's got the worst offensive line in the league. Denver's 14th. I did take Denver. Maybe it's like a 10-10 tie or 6 field goals, 9-9 tie. That would be hilarious. For the game of the week to be 2 0-3 teams, that's rare. Moving on, LA Rams at Indy. Head coach, I give to Rams for now. Shane Steichen making a name for himself quick. Indy wins their 3-1. Who would have thunk? At quarterback, I kind of like Indy. AR5 is back. Guy's exciting. Guy makes some good throws and can run the ball. And he's big and fast. Running back room. Kieran Williams, this is like a show me type of game. I'll take Indy. Zach Moss with 30 carries. Receiving room, I like the Rams. Tutu. The misadventures of Tutu and Puka as they go surfing and cave diving and cliff jumping in Hawaii. LA Rams, 20th ranked offensive line. Indy with the 10th ranked. Looks like Higbee's questionable. He hasn't been getting a whole lot of run. And Quentin Nelson trying to come back. Key cog to the offensive line for the Colts. Injuries, not too bad. I think I took the Rams, but more and more I kind of like Indy there. Moving on. Pittsburgh Steelers at Houston. Head coach. You got to give, 15 years, but DeMeco Ryans, I like his poise and his style and what he's doing there. So that's close. QB, it's a push. CJ Stroud, rookie year, offensive rookie of the year. Pickens starting to come around. We shall see. Running back room. Dameon Pierce, this could be I don't know. Pit D's a little down, it seems like. Give him the ball. Damian Pierce, you got a battering ram. Why don't you give him the ball 20 times and see what happens? Jalen Warren and Najee Harris, I give that a push as well. Receiving core, I push it all the way around the board. Pittsburgh 22nd ranked and Houston 23rd ranked offensive board. This makes up for last possession type of game. Maybe low scoring. So I think it was 3 points for Houston. If I had to say on Saturday, I would take the points. But we did all that on Thursday. Done and forgotten. Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. Of course, 7 a.m., the early game, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. You got to wait till 1 for your first game. We're up at 7 a.m. Oh, and all you West Coast people, now you'll know, 6:30 game for you, 3:30 for us. I usually get up for the second half. Get a little bit of feel how we do over here, 7 a.m. And thanks a lot, NFL. I know you got to shove your freaking commercials in our face in the afternoon slot, but 9 games again at the 1 p.m. Eastern slot. 9 games at once. I know you want to make us watch commercials, but it's crap. 9 freaking games at once. Thanks a lot, NFL. Like you don't have enough freaking money. I ain't going to watch one commercial in the afternoon anyway. Know this. I'll turn on freaking past episodes of, I don't know, Slime. The Slime Cast. Whatever, bro. You cannot make me watch commercials. You can't put 9 games at the same time when there's only 3 in the afternoon. Like you're strapped for cash. F off. So another one of the 9 early games. Thanks a lot. Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee Titans. Irv Smith, questionable. No, Irv Smith out. Charlie Jones out. Treylon Burks, questionable. Looks not a whole lot of injury issues. Bengals. Head coach, I give to Tennessee. Still not sure about Cincy. When Burrow's healthy is one thing. I don't know if he's going to be healthy all year. Those calves linger. Quarterback, give to Burrow. Tannehill, probably on his way out. Running back room, if you use Derrick Henry, you give him the ball 25 times like you should. You do have the 31st ranked offensive line, so that's an issue. I like Cincinnati's receiving core quite a bit better. They have the 18th ranked offensive line. Just such a dud last week. You would think it's a bounce back game for Tennessee. I'm not so sure. Minnesota Vikings at the Panthers. Yet another game at early game. Awesome. 1-9 we got to try to keep track of. 9 freaking games so you can have 3 in the afternoon. Thanks a lot, NFL. You're awesome. Like you don't have enough money. Head coach, we give it a push. Minnesota last year was a fluke, but I think 0-3 is a fluke as well. They should handle Carolina. Quarterback, running back room, and receivers, I give all to Minnesota. 11th ranked offensive line versus Carolina's 15th ranked. I got Minnesota all day. Nothing. Kirk Cousins leads the league in passing, I believe. Carolina going back to the rookie. We'll see. Bryce Young probably running for his life again. Are we finally getting to the afternoon games? Wow. So that was 10. That was 9 games I just went through. They're all in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Raiders. We don't know what's up with wait, they don't even have, oh, there he is. Garoppolo. Questionable. We'll see. Hoyer. I guess he's feasible. Chargers, we know they lost Mike Williams for the year. Eckler's to doubtful. So doubtful usually means no. Joey Bosa, questionable. That'd be a little gash to their defense. Raiders are just no good. I think it dropped down to 5 points. Head coach, I give to, I don't know. That's a question mark. How about they both suck? QB, Chargers by far. Running backs, Raiders. I don't know what they're doing with Josh Jacobs, though. You got the 6th ranked offensive line. You can't get the guy going. Receiving room, I give to the Chargers. 13th ranked offensive line there. You know what, Chargers? How about have a game where you just come out and be how you should be and pound somebody, not play down to their level and not have dumb penalties and turnovers and clock mismanagement and shitty play calling. How about that? What a concept. Chargers, come out and be who you're supposed to be. You know, your coach be damned. In spite of your coach. Guy sucks. Patriots at the boys. I got head coach. I mean, with Tom Brady, sure. Is Belichick without Tom Brady? Is he just Mike McCarthy? Maybe. I don't know. Look at the record. Is Mike McCarthy better than Belichick without Brady? Look at the records. Quarterback, Dallas. Running backs, Dallas. Receivers, Dallas. 4th ranked offensive line. New England, 17th ranked. Just keep it within a touchdown, New England. Run the ball. I did tell you that I go into it on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. If you run the ball 45 to 50% of the time, if you're balanced attack, you win games. If you throw the ball 65% plus and rush 35% or less, you lose games. It's just how it is. I don't know how these guys don't figure it out. What was it? Last week, New Orleans. New Orleans had a 17-0 lead with 11 minutes to go. They had 4 drives. They threw the ball 14 times and ran the ball 4. They had a 3-and-out drive that took 42 seconds off the clock. If you run the ball 3 times and punt, that's 3 minutes off the clock. And there's 11 minutes left. Do the math, 3, 6, 9. That means that Green Bay has to score every single possession. It's just baffling. Make them burn their timeouts too when you run the ball. I don't understand it. Get on the ball and say, set hut. So, yeah, New England, do that. Zona at San Fran, 14 points. Head coach, I think Shanahan, I don't know. You know, they had big issues. His record without Garoppolo, of all people, was really bad. Now, Purdy, I just keep waiting for Purdy to wake up from this dream. AI Purdy, not even a human. Quarterback, Dobbs is right there. Running back room, McCaffrey. Connor's playing well. Receiving core, Ayuk is back, I believe. Yeah, not even on the list. Debo pops up questionable. But receiving core, running back room, quarterback, head coach. Jonathan Gannon, though, don't put anything past him. He's some kind of mad scientist or something. Just a look in his eye. Can't trust him to just roll over. Keep it within 14. San Fran, surprisingly, the 26th ranked offensive line, Zona 25th. Moving on to, so those are the 3. Yay, we get 3 whole games to go between. Red Zone's going to be doing a lot of promo stuff. 9 games at once and then 3. And I understand you need your commercials. There ain't nobody watching them anyway. Pet peeve right here. KC at New York. Nothing on the injury report, hardly at all. KC, head coach. QB by as big a gap as there can be. Running back room, I don't know what the Jets are doing. They got the 18th ranked offensive line. KC's 12. Receiving core, maybe Jets, even though there's nobody to throw them the ball. KC blowout. I think it went up to 9.5. KC blowout. I don't see any other way. And finally, Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Monday Night Football. Nothing too much on the injury report. Seattle at the Giants. I give the head coach, I really like Daboll, but Pete Carroll's been doing it, 15 years. Give the nod at quarterback by a nudge to Seattle. Running back room, if Saquon's healthy. Saquon practiced in a limited capacity lately. Receiving core to Seattle. 30th and 29th ranked offensive line, so that's a push. Seattle should go into New York and handle them. Put the Giants back to 1-3. Been a tough start for the Giants. If not for that amazing 21-point comeback at Arizona, we're talking Giants, one of the worst teams in football. There's my wrap up of my week 4 matchups. Every Saturday, we'll talk a little bit of college football tomorrow. Maybe, Sundays are kind of hectic with the kid. Usually maybe even have a friend over. But I'll try to get on, try for high noon. Do the last hour of the afternoon games. But I will see you tomorrow. Uncle Richie coming to you almost every single day. Shooting for high noon. If not, I will let you know. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining me. Love yourself. Forgive others. Love others. We're all in this together. It's one big team. We get to live on this beautiful world. Until tomorrow, ahuya.